Hey you guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am joined by LACRESHA, and today we are discussing RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2, Episode 9, Beast Enders. So overall, what did you think of today's episode?
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode, but it just felt like there was a lot of filler. Like,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah. Well,
very,
there's only four queens.
yeah, but I don't know. Other top four episodes didn't feel so like, all right, come on, can we get to it? Like, why are we dragging our feet? Like, what's going on?
Probably because there wasn't that much drama this season.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't
You
know.
know.
But I still liked it. I really did.
Yeah. It was a decent episode.
Yeah.
We got some American isms in there that we don't normally get.
hmm And then one thing I want to discuss real quick, there wasn't a guest judge this week.
No, besides the mannequin.
Yeah, so it really makes me think, I wonder if the guest judge that they were supposed to have ended up testing positive and not being able to do the show.
Mm,
Because it just seems very weird. And then it also made me think maybe this Natalie Cassidy person was supposed to be there.
mm.
But I don't know. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. But we start off the episode with saying goodbye to Ahora, which Ahora was robbed to the moon and back. I'm sorry, she was robbed.
She was. She was supposed to be in the top four.
Supposed to be, yes. Yes. Goodness, yes. Anyway, so Lawrence is still upset with Ellie. She said she I wrote down the line. She said, "Did it get you a badge? Was it worth it?"
Work.
I'm like, "Come on, Lawrence."
I like the shade.
But I don't know, Lawrence. Ever since the COVID break and
However,
coming back, Lawrence just hasn't been doing it for me.
yeah, I was like, however,
hmm
she's obnoxious.
Ellie.
Ellie too, but mostly Lawrence Cheney.
hmm
She's
Maybe it's
extremely.
because they're Scottish, and it's just our Americanisms just don't blend well with the Scottishisms.
She's just a Debbie Downer, and I know a lot about that because I myself
Yes,
have a
I've
tendency
noticed,
to
like
be
I
a Debbie
said, I
Downer.
think the quarantine affected her more negatively than it did other folks because beforehand she was overconfident. Now she's a tad bit underconfident since they've had to come back. Because honestly, if
And
you look at it, she has not done good since coming back. She's been
mm-mm.
very safe. She's just
I
been middle of the road the whole way back.
I think because she gained so much weight during quarantine
hmm
because she was a lot smaller when they first started, and then she gained like the quarantine 20, and doesn't know what to do with herself. There's a lot of body dysmorphia, like I have that a lot,
hmm
um from either losing and or gaining weight. So that meant having to redo looks and get resized in certain things. But as far as
I
her,
want to give her props because nothing that she's put on since she came back looked like it didn't fit.
right,
She adjusted
it,
to the weight.
yes. So the only thing I can think of is that her confidence itself
hmm
is just shot, and the quarantine just kind of worked a number on her emotionally.
hmm
And with not being able to see other people, and according to her, with Ellie coming and living with her and sleeping on her couch, there was a bond there
hmm
that
Oh
got
yeah, later in the
formed.
episode when Ellie tried to make amends with Lawrence. Yes.
Yeah. And I think Lawrence forgot it was a game for a minute.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I get what you're throwing down. Um, I don't know. It's just something about Ellie and Lawrence. Just something. I'm starting to think something happened during quarantine between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why Lawrence is so picky at Ellie, because it might be driven from somewhere else.
Right. Like you and I did things, and now you're acting like you don't know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And Lawrence just needs to learn how to take the personal out of it, because
It's a
once the
game.
show is over, I'll go back to doing
Yeah.
whatever it was you were doing.
It's a game, and you got to play the game. Although she didn't play it right, she played it, and she was very up forward. Nah, that's the word yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. She was
Straightforward.
she was very straightforward about it in her confessional. She's like, I'm playing the game.
Right.
And that's what they're here to play the game. And I love how Bimini pointed out that it's now the London Queens versus the Scotland Queens.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God, it really is. Everybody else is gone. But anyway, the next morning comes in, and the mini challenge is everybody loves puppets. So real quick, Ellie pulled Tase's puppet, Lawrence
Mm-hmm.
pulled Ellie, Bimini pulled Lawrence, and Tase pulled Bimini.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, none of them did bad.
No, they did. They all did really good.
Yeah, except for Ellie. Ellie was funny-ish. Like it took her a minute to get there, but when she got there,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Right.
it was funny. But
Right.
but I agree with Bimini winning because I was on the
But
floor.
Bimini's been bringing it though.
Bimini has been bringing it.
Especially when it comes to making people laugh. Bimini's been bringing it. Like
She
last
has
week was
been
just, she was
bringing
hilarious.
it. I never thought I would ever be rooted for Bimini in my life. Because you remember week 1, I was ready for her to go. I was ready for her to go.
The plastic surgery, the new smile,
Oh, I was so mad. I was ready for her
the
to
new
go.
nose, the new cheekbones. They've helped.
But yeah, I love the mini challenge this week. And I agree with Bimini winning. And
Yes.
because Bimini wins, she got to pick the roles for the Maxi Challenge, which was
Yes.
the BBC drag drama Beast Enders. Um, so Bimini got to pick the roles, and everybody seemed to agree with. There was no arguing over the roles. Like everybody really just fell in to their roles.
But I think that they were very well thought out.
Honestly, I think the roles were written with them in mind because each one was, as they were reading them out, I'm like, oh, I can hear Chase doing this. Oh, I can hear Lawrence doing now. Oh, I can hear Bimini
Right.
doing this. So it was like, I feel like those were the roles that were written out for them.
Right.
So I want to talk about the rehearsal just real quick. Normally we don't talk about rehearsals, but Lawrence was struggling. I've never seen a queen struggle that much, ever.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm glad it got pulled together for the final edit, but I have never seen, no, honestly, season 7, when they did that Shakespeare acting challenge, that was worse than that.
God.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, Lawrence, what? I knew Lawrence was going to kill this. I'm like, oh yeah, Lawrence going to get up in here and kill this.
Because she did so well last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Lawrence just has a body image issue
It could be anything.
or a confidence issue.
It could.
She needs better help. Wait, let me not give them free advertising.
But anyway, let's go ahead and discuss the Beastenders challenge. Honestly, none of them did bad.
Mm-mm.
Not a single one.
Mm-mm.
I don't think there's ever been an acting challenge where every person did good.
Yeah.
And
like that, even in the final edit, it looks.
Even in the final edit, I'm so glad that Lawrence's was pulled together because you couldn't tell me Lawrence was going to pull. They were going to get a good edit out of that.
Right.
But
Oh
they
my
did.
God.
But I will
But
say
they
she was.
did.
But I will say this: Lawrence was doing a bit too much towards the end, like all that humping of the air. And I'm like, I know you're supposed to overact and all this other stuff is drag, but like you're doing too much now.
Yeah.
Like I said, she wasn't bad. It was just a felt like she
No.
was doing a little too much right there, just a little bit too much. So, the mirror moment. They all got letters from their moms.
That was so sweet.
That was so cute.
Oh my God. That was so sweet.
I was sitting there and I'm like, and I'm glad they all have great relationship with their mothers because not everybody have great relationship with their parents. So to see them
My
working.
queen, I love you so much.
And I love how tall Ellie is compared to everybody else. Like, even next to her mom, the mom's like, and Ellie's like, I love it. I love it.
It's like me and you.
Yeah, because you're like really short.
And you're really flipping tall.
I am normal height. I don't know why y'all keep calling me tall. I am
You
normal
are
height.
tall,
I am
bro.
normal height.
6'7". Only person I knew that.
6'7". I'm not 6'7".
How tall are you?
I'm 6'10".
This even worse. You're taller than my dad, and my dad was
normal,
6 foot something.
I am a normal heighted person.
No.
You were just short. Anyway.
I am.
Let's
my
bring it
5'3"
to the runway. So. Runway. Let's talk about RuPaul's look. I loved it.
It was classic RuPaul.
It was a classic RuPaul look, but I loved
in brown, chocolate brown.
It was beautiful. It really was.
Copper
I was
brown.
like, okay. And I love anytime the leg is out, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. You love some legs.
I love a leg.
And if it's not a leg, then it's got to be a thigh-high boot.
Like, especially with queens with long legs. If you got long legs, let me see a leg. I want to see a leg. For you queens who don't have long legs.
You know, Bimini didn't have long legs, but she had some gorgeous gams last week.
She did. Gowns, beautiful gowns.
Gams is the word.
You didn't catch the joke I just said. Anyway.
I'm tired, bro. I got like no sleep last night. It was so hot in this room.
Anyway, so the runway this week was Panto Dames. Never heard of Panto Dames in my life. Were you?
I looked it up. I Googled it.
I Googled it like as soon as everybody did their runway. I'm like, okay, like is this a clown runway? Like what is this? So I Googled it too. I had to Google it. And I'm like, oh.
And from my understanding, I've seen it before. I just didn't realize I had seen it before.
But let's talk about the queen's look. Miss Lawrence Chaney. I
liked her look.
I love how she put a drag aesthetic to it. Got the stuff on her head. Her waist was done with the measurer. I thought
the measuring tape.
That was really cute.
She's like, yes, that's the first time I've had a 13-inch waist in years.
All right, next is Taste. She was giving you a fairy. Now, when I did my research, I didn't see any Panto Dames that were fairies. But Michelle brought up, she said, it's not a Panto Dame, but it's in the Panto family. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
So she took a little liberty with the whole Panto Dames.
Yeah, she was giving me more like Sugar Plum Fairy from the Nutcracker, is what I got from it.
But I was glad that she was at least in the family.
Right.
Because, you know, at first, looking at the other three, I'm like, Taste, what did you do?
Right.
Like, you're like, what's going on? Like, this ain't adding up. 1 plus 1 is not equaling 2 over here.
Okay. And I know Taste has a great body and lovely legs, but at some point in time, she's going to have to like...
we have not seen Taste in this season, a gown.
That part.
I'm hoping for the finale. I'm skipping ahead, but hopefully for the finale, we see her in a gown.
Right.
So we move on to Bimini Bomboulash. I loved it. It was so cute. It gave me little cute vibes. I love those shoes. I normally don't like a shoe, the open shoe, and you can
open
see the
toe sandal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's with stockings. You know, some queens will cut it to where you can still see their toes down there. But she didn't. And normally but I still liked it.
Well, that was because the flowers, the bows kind of covered it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have Ellie Diamonds, which I thought was cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was a Panto Dame.
I'll give it. It was a Panto Dame.
The category. But Graham was telling the truth. You're like, looking at that, I expected way more from Ellie.
Right.
In that category. Because that's more her
big hair. Yeah. She's very camp, and I don't understand why that didn't happen.
I don't know. Maybe she used her funds elsewhere. I'm like, you know what? This will do for the Panto Dames runway.
Right.
So, who was your favorite look out of the 4?
Lawrence Chaney.
Mine was Taste.
Well, okay. I really wanted to say Taste, but Taste was like kind of off
She
kilter
did
a
the
little bit.
assignment. She did the assignments, okay?
You get a B minus instead
Who
of
is
the
your
A
least
plus.
favorite of the week?
Probably else.
I would agree. LED's was.
And that's just because I expected a little bit more
I
from
expected
her.
more, and honestly, nobody
And
really did that.
I didn't like the hoop skirt underneath,
I
even
don't
when
like
I
the hoop.
realized why the hoop skirt was underneath.
But Bimini won the challenge. Do you agree?
Of course.
Yeah, I agree. Like Bimini clearly won that. Like she was in character from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I love it.
You're my mother.
Now the bottom two was Taste and Ellie. Do you agree with this bottom two?
No.
I don't either.
It should have been Lawrence Chaney and Ellie Diamond.
Thank you. Finally, we're on the same page because this whole episode was leading to a lip sync between Ellie and Lawrence. Like, I'm like, oh my God, Lawrence and Ellie, oh my God, they're finna lip sync. And then we get there and it's Taste, and I'm like, well, maybe because she took a little liberty with the Panto Dames, and that's why Ru was like, you know what, you'll be in the bottom. But the way the story progression was going through the episode, it really felt like Lawrence and Ellie was finna lip sync.
Right. I don't know. Maybe it was just because the it was probably just the whole you didn't dress right thing is what I got from that.
So they lip sync to Last Thing on My Mind by The Steps. Now, I'm not familiar with this song, were you?
No.
But I was living. I was like, hey, I like this song. This is cute. I was bumping with them.
So how soon has it become part of your Spotify playlist?
It is not part of my Spotify playlist yet.
It will be tomorrow.
But then again, I haven't really been listening to music because, you know, I'm sensitive in this area. So I don't really be having music playing right now. But it might get added to my Spotify playlist.
Might, should, could, possibly.
Possibly. Who knows?
If you remember
tomorrow. But I checked for the month of February. You want to know what my most played song was?
What was it?
UK Hunt. My most played song for
Bing,
February.
bang, bong.
Yes.
Sing song. Bing, bang, bong.
Yeah.
UK Hunt.
That's what it was, honey. But anyway, let's talk about the lip sync. It was a good lip sync.
Yeah. You know, Ellie pulled out some tricks I didn't think she could do.
Well, I knew she could dance because remember the Rats musical.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And I wanted Taste to win. But I was like, you know, this is her 4th time lip syncing.
Yeah, so
I was sitting there and I'm like, oh damn, she's not gonna make it to the top 3.
I know.
I was so
like, there's not gonna be no color.
I was so heartbroken.
Right.
And then when she said, Taste, Shantae, you stay, I'm like, no queen has ever survived 4 lip syncs.
Except for Priyanka.
Priyanka didn't do 4 lip syncs, she did 2.
Priyanka?
Yeah, she did 2 lip syncs.
She did more than 2. Because I remember us saying no queen's ever done more than 3 lip syncs.
No, she done 2. She did the one against where she did the I Drove All Night with Kiara, with Kiki Wana Kai. And then she did the other one with Hello. Was it Alona Verley? And then we saw her lip sync again in the finale, but that was for the crown, so that don't count.
We'll see.
This is the first time a queen has survived 4 lip syncs. When she said, Tay Shantae, you stay, I legit dropped my phone because I was sitting there like this with my phone and I dropped it. I'm like, I'm looking at my TV like, Taste? I was so happy. I'm like, I was so sure she was gonna go.
How have you managed to knock this out?
And I'm like, Ru must really like Taste because she is not sending this bitch home. And then she was like, Ellie Diamond, Shantae, you stay. I'm like, oh, the first double Shantae in the UK HERSTORY. Okay.
At least it was top 4 and not, you know, the top 8 6th, whatever it was last week.
Yeah, I need to really look and watch these lip syncs again and see if this one really truly deserved a double Shantae. But I think as of right now, I'm gonna stand by yes. This is the double Shantae that should have happened. I was so excited, which means we get Taste another episode. You know,
Yes.
Taste was originally in my top 3. I forget who the other ones are. I'll go back and watch to see who we picked as our top 3.
I know Veronica Green was in there.
Yeah,
but
Veronica Green was in my top 3.
Yes,
Veronica Green, I believe
unfortunately,
Taste, and I want to say Lawrence was the 3 that I said.
Yes, it was
So
Lawrence,
if that's the
because
case,
Lawrence
I'm 2
started
out of
out
3, baby.
strong.
I'm 2 out of 3.
Yep, it was Lawrence because Lawrence started out very strong, and it was Taste because obviously, and then Veronica Green because she was our sleeper.
I want to say, but I will double check with our first video.
And Ahora was in our top 4.
Oh, we did a top 4?
I think we did a top 4 and a top 3.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we did a top 4 because we got a top 4 this season.
Right?
Nobody went home. And next week, oh, it looks good, honey. It looks like it's going to be finale. But it doesn't look like they're doing a remix. So I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're going to do. You can tell there's still some form of a performance. But it doesn't look like they're doing a remix, which I'm like, oh, I like the remixes.
Right.
But it's okay.
It's all right.
You know, I was kind of iffy about the whole Las Vegas thing they did for season 12, and I ended up loving it. So, which they still ended up writing a verse for a song, it just wasn't a RuPaul song.
Right.
But anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about from tonight's episode?
Nope.
All right.
Although, you know, just I really wish a certain somebody had went home.
Yeah, I wish Ellie would have went home.
Yeah.
A lot. I know that's probably me showing favoritism, but yeah, I wanted Ellie to go.
I wanted Ellie to go.
She was getting on my nerve the whole episode. She gotta go. She gotta go.
I'm done. You know, Lawrence Shady, she's that I'm so in love I can't see, the blinders are on, you know, let me just
all right. So I have a question
myself.
for you. Next week's the finale. Who is the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2? I have my winner. Who is your winner?
Okay, so my definite is more than likely Bimini Bomboulash. My hope is Taste.
No damn way Taste winning. Ain't no damn way Taste is winning.
But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Bimini Bomboulash.
Here I am on March 11th, 2021. I am sitting here saying I am team Bimini Bomboulash. I never thought that day would come because, you know, I was ready to pack her up myself after week 1. How dare
3-11-1.
3-11-21. How dare she send home Joe? I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad. Like, I'll go help pack her stuff for her.
Face crack of the season.
Give me a plane ticket to the UK, honey. I'm gonna go pack up her stuff for her. But baby, she came back from this break and said, baby, let me show you how it's done.
Yes, I got a new face, a new smile.
I'm so dumbfounded by my love for Bimini Bomboulash. And I just love saying her name, Bimini Bomboulash.
Yeah.
Because at this point, if you just look at it track records wise, she has the best track record.
And not just because she has 4 repeated badges.
She has, yeah, but also if you look at the fan wise, the fans love her.
Yeah.
She is the most followed queen from the UK series, period, from both seasons. She is the most followed queen as of, I think, Tuesday she was. So, baby, give her the crown. And it'll be nice we'll have a non-binary queen as the winner, honey. Come on, representation. I love it. Listen, if the rumors are true about who the cast of All-Star 6 is, I'm rooting for Sonique. We need a trans winner. We need it. And Sonique's sickening. She's sickening, okay? So give us a non-binary, then we turn around and give us a trans girl. Baby, we finna be on it. Baby, we made it.
Okay, because you know we had an all color year. Now we just need a truly representation
Oh,
year.
I love that. I can see it now. Simone, Bimini, Sonique. Yeah, that'd be a good representation. Diversity, honey. And then whoever wins Drag Race España, which that's from my understanding, that's starting soon. They've already shot it. Like it's gonna start. Like I guarantee you, once UK is done, maybe like 2 weeks later, they're gonna
Mm.
start Drag Race Spain.
Oh man.
And Little Birdie said that they're already casting Drag Race Mexico. Yeah, they haven't announced it yet. But Little Birdie said they're casting for Drag Race Mexico.
Did you see the trailer for Down Under?
Yes, the Queen reveal. I was so excited. I live for Karen for Finance. Oh, Karen for Finance. Just the name alone. I'm like, okay, I live for her.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it
yeah,
because I just saw it and I wanted to
yeah,
see if you had watched it or not.
yeah. So much Drag Race is coming. Like,
Look,
like
it's
just
how
give
we
me some
do it
time. We're
year
gonna have Drag
round.
Race Germany. We're gonna have Drag Race Italy. Drag Race France. Like maybe we could have. Oh God, we gonna have.
International. This
We
is
are
gonna end
gonna.
up being a
We are gonna
full-time
be
job in a
busy.
minute.
We are gonna be so busy. I know this year we're gonna be busy because we
We were
got
busy
that.
last year. We
Yeah,
only
but
got
this year
the
we got like 3 new series coming down under. We got
Mhm.
Queens of the Universe and Drag Race Spain all coming, plus the Holland, which they just announced there's going to be a season 2.
Oh
Canada, which I think they're getting ready to shoot Canada season 2. Like, and I believe all that's going to air this year. It's going to be. I'm tired just thinking about it. I'm tired. Give me a repeater badge, please, because I'm the winner of this week's challenge. All right.
Oh, I'll take the statue. I like the little statue
I think
that looked like a
you can
Barbie.
order the repeater badges online, like throughout. I think I might order us some
Ooh.
so we can wear them on the episode. Like, oh, we got our repeater badges. We won last week's challenge. We won together. You know, it was a team win.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, we talking too much. Well, we just had a news and gossip session. That's something new we did. Anyway, LaCretia, where can they find you on the medias that are social?
I am at Creature McGill on all social media.
And you can find me at Simply Desmond on all social media platforms. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you tomorrow for US Drag Race
Season 13.